in Matthew chapter 1, in verse 21. Incidentally, Matthew was a Hebrew, as were all the other writers of the New Testament. Matthew was a Hebrew. And if you'll notice, when we turn to Matthew's Gospel, we go to chapter number 1, and we go to verse 21. She, that's the Virgin Mary, shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus. Thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. Now all this was done that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted is what?
God with us.
Now, God with us. Now, some of you people, you know that intelligence in America today is measured in different ways. But one of the ways you measure intelligence is people who think, who have the ability to think in the abstract. So let's do that now for a moment, and we think in the abstract. Why did they put the name Emmanuel in verse number 23? Here is, now the name Emmanuel, is that a Greek name? No. Where are they getting this word, the name Emmanuel? Where's it coming from? It's a Hebrew. Am I right? That's a Hebrew name. And where was it prophesied that his name shall be Emmanuel? Isaiah chapter 7. Emmanuel, meaning God with us. That God is going to be tabernacled with us, among us. Do you see now, when the Holy Spirit, the author of Matthew's Gospel, wrote these words, he used a Hebrew name because of its significance and meaning, God with us. And if you wanted to use a name for Jesus, that means God with us, that God was in Jesus, it's Emmanuel. Emmanuel. That's a beautiful name. And it's in the Bible, which being interpreted is, see, every time the Bible uses a strange word, it says, which is interpreted. Which is interpreted. Because the Bible is its own interpreter. I didn't run out to get another reference to tell me what Emmanuel means. The Bible tells you exactly what this name means. Which just simply means, church, that when we open our Bibles and read carefully, it's got a lot of truth to tell us. The more closely we read our Bibles, the more close we'll come to the truth of God. The more we read our Bibles, the more truth will come. Precept upon precept, say it with me. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little, and there a little, will God show his people truth. Where are all those verses found? Isaiah 28. In our little worksheet now, we have come all the way to false conversion. And now, in chapter 10, we have come to a milestone. When we come to Acts chapter 10, we are going to see a wall come down. It's not the fall of the Berlin Wall as in 1989. It's not the fall of the Wall of China. It's still standing, at least partially. It's not the fall of all the other walls that have been built in history that all the people that oppose our wall down in the south need to look at, because building walls to protect borders is as old as history.
Amen.
And people that oppose the building of the wall only show their ignorance. They demonstrate their lack of knowing history. Wall building, but there's a wall coming down in Acts 10. It's a spiritual wall between two different groups of people. And who are these two groups of people? That wall starts out in the Old Testament, begins with David. Begins with David. We'll pick up at this point next time. Church will be at the coming down of the wall.